For the first time since 2019, the Robbinsville Lady Knights are in the Western Regional Finals. We are at East Wilkes, where the Cardinals and the Lady Knights are due up next here on the Gramstar Sports Network.
We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the skies. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the skies.
Phillips three. It's in. She is on fire right now on the Gramstar Sports Network. It's a fun atmosphere for softballs. We're back with you live, fans from Ronda, North Carolina. Welcome to the Gramstar Sports Network. If you're a first-time customer, you're very much welcome, whether you're a Lady Knight or a Lady Cardinal. This is the place to be, and if you're a return customer, hey, you're a faithful Lady Knights fan, and we thank you for that. And we're privileged to be here on this Tuesday afternoon, a windy one here in Wilkes County. How you doing, folks? Kevin Hensley with you, about 3 and 4 hours away from home once again. But hey, our coverage knows no limits. Robbinsville East Wilkes is on tap up next. It's come down to this, folks. Winner goes to the state championship series. It's just as simple as that. However, we're now in a double elimination sort of format. It's best 2 out of 3, so we're guaranteed at least 2 games, which means you'll be able to see your Lady Knights at home on Thursday as the Cardinals will make the trek over to return the favor from today. Now, if we go to Game 3, the number 2 seeded Lady Cardinals will host on Saturday. Robbinsville would have to travel back out here. We are just about 13 minutes away from first pitch, and I'm sure we'll have some opening introductions and, of course, the playing of our national anthem before we get set to go. But we are here. We're live. We just wanted to let you guys know, as always. Back live from Ronda, North Carolina, here on the Gramstar Sports Network. You see head coach Billy Knight on your right, assistant coach Joanne Knight on the left. They are the husband and wife duo that lead this program and have led them back to their second 1A Western Regional Final appearance in 5 years. Now, this is as far as Robbinsville's ever been able to make it, though. The last series, of course, went to 3 games, and unfortunately, Robbinsville lost it at the very end. Hopefully that will not be the case this time around, but it should be some good softball coming your way for at least the next 2 days here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Lineup cards being exchanged at home plate. Lady Knights made the trek out last night. Once again, head coach Billy Knight. One of the reasons he goes back to that 2019 series not going the way it was drew up, so to speak, was fatigue. The Lady Knights made it a 1-day trip out, so that's no longer going to be the case, I'm sure, at this juncture. The program's instead coming out the night before, staying the night in Hickory, just about an hour and change down the road from here. Glad all of you are with us here this afternoon on the Gramstar Sports Network. We came out in 1 day, and that's quite all right. Wouldn't have it any other way. We'll go back tonight and put the final touches on the Gramstar and have it for you guys out on the street this week, and then somewhere amongst all that, we'll catch a little bit of sleep and get up Thursday and bring you Game 2 if you're unable to make it. That'll be at Robbinsville, Judy Nichols Memorial Field. Confirmed start time, I believe, is supposed to be 5 p.m. They have switched the planned Our Club banquet, moved it back from 6 p.m. to 7 that night, so the softball members can make their way in there for the athletic banquet immediately after the game. Wish we could give you a scouting report on these Wilkes fans. There are really no stats out there in the world for us to check on them. Robbinsville chocked full of stats, however, and we can tell you, of course, if you were with us last week, Zoe Schuler hits the first pitch of the game over the left center field fence, an opposite field job, no less. And then, of course, went out of their way to have the lead later on in the game. Schuler scored on a ground out, and Sophie Roberts hit a 2-run bomb to straightaway center that helped clinch a 4-3 final at Uwharrie Charter to get Robbinsville to this point. And somewhere in that dugout, we just caught it out of the corner of our eye. is Abigail Knight, fresh off her successful campaign with the UNC Charlotte 49ers. She just showed up here at the facility. So Knight was on that team in 2019 that went all the way to this period in the postseason. And I think it's about time for us to quit yakking, and let's see if we got anything going on with our PA announcer here at East Wilkes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to East Wilkes High School, and welcome to the Final Four of the 1A State Softball Playoffs. Tonight is Game 1 of the Best of 3 series versus the Robbinsville Black Knights. And now let's meet our starting lineups. First, for the visiting Black Knights. Number 2, Zoe Schuler. Number 23, Suri Waddy. Number 33, Sophie Roberts. Number 3, Memory Pratt. Number 10, Presley Taylor. Number 99, Naomi Taylor. Number 21, Draylee Webster. Number 9, Sydney Adams. Number 4, Anna Williams. Number 22, Liz Carpenter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your East Wilkes Lady Cardinals. Number 4, Abby Huxley. Number 3, Kelly Quick. Number 9, Kim Andrews. Number 12, Ken Hutchinson. Number 14, Kylie Lane. Number 10, Zoe Chief. Number 15, Kylie Price. Number 25, Jaylee Bird. Number 5, Graceland Witt. Number 1, Pippin Spicer. Lady Cardinals were coached by Derek Hill, Mitchell Jenkins, and Lyric Ryan. The back girls for the Lady Cardinals are Mia Keek and Willow Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you please rise as we enter America with the playing of our national anthem. Let's go.
Well, Lemmy, of course, is going to let you know it is, in fact, time to play the game. Round 1 of the 2024 1A Western Regional Finals on tap. Up next here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Inside the circle today is going to be Chloe Andrews for East Wilkes. Andrews, a junior hurler for the Lady Cardinals, and the backstop, Jaden Hutchinson. She's a senior, and a very little bit of information we were able to obtain on this team. One of the perennial threats in the lineup, so that's someone to keep an eye on. But Robbinsville's got its own threats, including the leadoff batter that we'll see here in just a moment. Zoe Schuler is about to walk around the plate into our camera view here in just a moment, as the round one game is on tap and up next here in Ronda.
Batting first, the Black Knights, number 2, Zoe Schuler.
We're set to go. Welcome, everyone, wherever you may be tuned in. Graham Stars coverage coming your way 4 hours from home. First pitch, Schuler gets a piece of it. It's in play, and it's going to be in play enough to get her down the first baseline with an infield hit. And that's how things begin this evening. Brings up Surrey Waddy to the plate. Schuler came into today's game batting .603, 11 home runs, and 30 RBIs. Back to the plate now. We'll have Surrey Waddy.
Batting number 23, Surrey Waddy.
Batted .443, no home runs this year, but boy, has she done everything else. 2 triples, 10 doubles, and a team lead, 39 RBIs. She shares that with Miss Sophie Roberts. Schuler at first, and make that second base. She'll be in there safe and sound. You hear the Lady Knights jeering on in the background. Waddy up. Sophie Roberts on deck here in the top of the first. Nobody in yet as that pitch catches the plate. Count is 1-1 on Surrey Waddy. Inside, 2-1, up and in. Schuler thought about it, changed her mind out at second base. Schuler fresh off state championships, number 10 and 11 in track and field after yesterday's championship meet in Greensboro. Schuler's barely been at home the last few days. Of course, Robbinsville's game at URA Charter was on Friday. Sunday night was the WNC Sports Banquet in Asheville. And then, of course, yesterday was the meet in Greensboro. First, we'll be looking forward to getting into the comforts of her own bed later tonight. And Waddy fouls that one off to our right and into, I'm sure, Poison Oak Central. We're not even going to attempt to send anybody after that.
Foul ball. Just Malton.
3-2 is the count. Game, by the way, began precisely at 6 o'clock. And we're trying to get our weather app to open here so we can tell you the temperature here in Ronda. But it's beautiful. Beautiful, for one thing. Surrey Waddy just drew a walk. So Robbinsville has 2 on. Nobody out. And another dangerous hitter, Sophie Roberts, will step up to the plate. It is 81 degrees here in Wilkes County this afternoon. Roberts bats .442 on the season, 10 home runs, and she's got the other piece of that shared lead for the team RBI. She's got 39 here in 2024, her first year with the Robbinsville Lady Knights. First pitch is going to be a strike. It's 0-1 on Roberts. Waddy at first base, Schuler at second. Here on the Graham Star Sports Network. And that one hits the netting right here in front of us, but it hit the T-top of the pole. You might have heard a little ping in your ear. The sun back here in the shade. Very thankful for that, I can assure you. 0-2 on Roberts. And strike 3 will be called on the outside corner. Roberts is froze. A rare strikeout for Sophie Roberts. That's just her 12th of the season. It brings up senior pitcher Memory Frapp to the plate. That's only the first out in this ballgame. Frapp bats .397, 5 home runs, and 30 RBIs. Camera was a little crooked. Sorry about that. Now I think we got it straight. 2 on, 1 out. In the dirt. Good stop by Hutchinson. Schuler doesn't move. Neither does Waddy. And it's unfortunate. The last time Robbinsville was in the Western Regional Finals, there was no live streams available in the world. That has changed now. And we're very thankful to be bringing you this game. We'll be with you for the duration. Now, this is it for us, though. Win, lose, or draw. 1-0 fouled right back to the net. And that makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. Should Robbinsville advance to the state championship, our coverage will conclude either way because the NFHS network will have exclusivity rights to the broadcast of the state series. We'll be there. We'll give you updates, but we won't be able to go live. Swing and a miss. Throw down to third. Safe and sound. So Waddy moves up, as does Schuler. Both are in scoring position now. Here on the Gramstar Sports Network. One and 2 the count on Memory Frapp here in the top of the first. Robbinsville threatening. And that one's going to get roped to the shortstop. That is Abby Hatley making the catch. And that is out, number 2.
Now batting number 10, Presley Taylor.
And it'll be up to freshman Presley Kaler to make the play here in the top of the first. Kaler bats .380. She's homered 1 time this year and drove in 15. And she is a player to watch for the next 3 seasons, no doubt. In the dirt, ball 1. It's kind of a unique setup we'll talk more about as we go through the game, but you see out in center field, there's a center block structure under construction. This whole field is kind of in disarray. 1-0 will be flown out to left field and caught on the run. What a play made by Graceland Witt to end the threat. Robbinsville strands 2 here in the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. No score here in Wilkes County. You're watching the Gramstar Sports Network.
Abby Hadley.
And Abby Hadley is introduced as we come back to you from East Wilkes High School. Bottom of the first on tap here on the Gramstar Sports Network. And we got no stats to talk about. We'll just have to see what these Lady Cardinals have in store for us on offense. And it's going to be a slap hit to start with. Bang, bang, play at first. They'll get her. She grounds it right to Waddy. They were ready for it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Brings up Kaylee Cook to the plate, the second baseman. So Memory Frapp is inside the circle. She is 14-0 this season, a 2.18 earned run average, 97 strikeouts, and she needs just 13, by the way, to reach 400 for her career. Pitch pops out of Webster's glove. Freshman Draylee Webster behind the plate here with us, number 21. And she doesn't know it, but she is the Gramstar / Farm Bureau Athlete of the Week in the Gramstar this week. And that one pops out of her glove as well. High pitch, and the count is 0-2 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Our scoreboard's on the fritz. It is 0-2. Cook at the plate. Pitcher Chloe Andrews is in the on-deck circle. Over here to our right. Strike three call. She went out to get it and changed her mind, but it was called strike three on the corner. First strikeout of the day for Memory Frapp.
9, Chloe Andrews.
2 quick outs, and that will bring up to the plate Chloe Andrews. East Wilkes, by the way, 25-3 this year, the number 2 seed in the 1A Western bracket. Robbinsville, the number 4 seed, totes a 24-2 mark into today's game. And strike one in there to Miss Andrews. Normally have a graphic to greet you guys with, and we didn't get that bad boy made, so my apologies. Hope all of you enjoyed our broadcast either way. And fouled back to the net. It's quickly 0-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Fly ball to shallow right field. It's going to drop. Liz Carpenter was playing back, and Waddy thought it was going to be caught. So a 2-out single.
Now batting number 12, Jaden Hutchinson. In the run to the Lady Cardinals, number 2, Peyton Maston.
Peyton Maston is going to be the courtesy runner for the pitcher. So that will be a 2-out hit to get East Wilkes on the board. And that'll be a strike in there. And that's going to get fouled way down the right field line. So the way things are set up, normally you'll see a softball field with the fans around the first and third base sides of the dugouts. However, that's not the case here today. They're having to pepper the outfield perimeter because of the construction. For the game, I talked to them, there's going to be a concession area in that center block building, changing facilities. And Maston moves up on the dropped ball, a pass ball. For now, nobody is allowed behind the plate due to the construction, so here we are with everyone in our purview. Webster stops that one. Hutchinson at the plate. Kylie Lane, the first baseman, is in the on-deck circle if the inning continues. Either way, we should see 2 great softball games over these next 3 days. Full count. And it's grounded. Kaler has it on a hop. Throw to first is over and wide of Naomi Taylor. Run scores. She never stopped. Maston comes in. It's 1-0 Lady Cardinals. Well, that error was costly. Wide throw of the bag. Looked like that was going to be the end of the bottom of the first. Instead, the Cardinals have struck first.
In the run to the Lady Cardinals, number 8, Marissa Gamble.
And Marissa Gamble, sophomore, is going to come in and run for the catcher, Miss Hutchinson, and Kylie Lane steps into the plate. Two outs. Fly ball down the right field line goes foul, and the count is 0-1. Well, East Wilkes has drawn first blood here this afternoon in Ronda. Pops off of Webster's glove, and that will allow Miss Gamble to reach second base on the pass ball. Second one of the inning for Miss Webster. 1-1 count here in the bottom of the first. Robbinsville facing a little bit of adversity. Here's the pitch. Grounded, and it gets over Taylor's glove. And stopping at third will be Gamble. At first is Lane. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. That brings up center fielder Zoe Cheek to the plate. Cheek, a junior for East Wilkes. That'll be a conference inside the circle to try and get things calmed down with the infield. Now, on that error a moment ago, what I was going to mention, Taylor went wide of the bag on the throw, of course, so she had to jump off to field the ball. A little bit of a collision with her and Liz Carpenter running into cover for her from right field. And it allowed, of course, just enough extra time for Miss Maston to scamper home and get the run in. Two outs. Fresh at bat at the plate in Zoe Cheek. And first pitch is fouled over to our left, and it will drop right behind the dugout and disappear off the bluff. Abigail Knight thought about going to get it, changed her mind. She's over here watching the game, drove up from Charlotte. Straight shot up I-77 to see this matchup today. Rounded right back to Frapp. All she was able to do was slow it down. Waddy's not going to get her over at first. Run scores 2-0. East Wilkes. Comebacker be ruled an infield single is 2-0. And the fun continues. Chopped foul by Kylie Price, senior third baseman for East Wilkes. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the Lady Cardinals are starting to roll here in game 1. Rounded right back to Frapp again. Hard hit ball. And they'll get her over at first this time to erase the inning. But 2 come home on 2 hits and 2 stranded. We'll go to the second inning. It's 2-0 East Wilkes here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Rolling right along, back live from Ronda, North Carolina, first game of the Western Regional Series, 5th round, technically, of the state playoffs. And it's live here on GramstarSports.com. At the plate is Naomi Taylor, leading off for the Robbinsville Lady Knights. 6, 7, 8 holes are due up. First pitch is going to be high ball 1. A lot of pep put into that one by Miss Andrews. Taylor bats .391, 3 home runs, all in 1 game, as we mentioned, and 18 RBIs. All 3 of those homers came against A.C. Reynolds. Game played at Western Carolina University. And that pitch will miss upstairs. Count is 2-0. Pitch on the way, and Taylor comes up empty. Count is 2-0 here in the, or 2-1, here in the top of the second. Taylor, Webster, and Sydney Adams due up for Robbinsville in this inning. And she chases one high and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two coming. Swung on and missed. Taylor goes down on strikes. She couldn't lay off of him up and in. And that is the second strikeout of the day for Miss Andrews. It brings up freshman catcher Draley Webster to the plate. Webster with a .217 average. She does have 2 home runs this season. and has 20 RBIs. First career home run, of course, earlier this year was a grand slam. That came against Copper Basin back in March. Seems like a lifetime ago now that we are in late May in the Western Regional Finals. And Webster couldn't catch up to that one. 0-2 the count. Outside corner as Andrews looks to be settling in here in the top of the second inning. And Webster laid off of that one. A ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. And that will be popped up foul into the trees back here behind us. As she got a piece of it. 1-2 the count. And Webster drives it to left field, and it is caught. Catch made by Graceland Witt. 2 gone.
Now batting, number 9, Sydney Adams.
Left-handed left field.
And brings up freshman Sydney Adams, back-to-back freshman in the lineup. In the regional final series. That one in the dot. Ball 1. Adams comes up today batting .300. She's doubled 6 times this year, and she's driven in 15 runs. And the pitch is a strike off the outside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. Center fielder Anna Williams in the on-deck circle. Billy Schuler in the hole, so to speak. Inside, Adams, scooted out of the way, but they called it a strike. Inside part of the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Umpires spot on so far, in our opinion, back here behind the plate. 1-2. And Adams drives it to center field, but playable. That's going to do it. A 1-2-3. Top of the second. Robbinsville is erased. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. East Wilkes leads it 2-0 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. And we're back live, fans, on the Gramstar Sports Network. It's 2-0 in favor of the home team, the East Wilkes Lady Cardinals. Good to have you with us from Ronda, North Carolina this afternoon on this very, very beautiful Tuesday evening in North Central Carolina. The Highlands country almost, about an hour away from Boone, where we're at this afternoon. And first pitch to DP Jaylee Bird is going to be a ball, 1-0. Bird batting for the right fielder, Peyton Spicer. And that will be up and in as Miss Bird showing some patience here. It's 2-0. And a piece of it flipped off to the right here and into the tree line. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hit hard to left center field. Sydney Adams has a good beat on it and makes the play. 1 out.
Now batting number 5, Graceland Witt.
And here's Miss Graceland Witt. Left fielder's made some good plays already today for East Wilkes. Cardinals are already about to the top of their lineup card again with shortstop Abby Hatley in the on-deck circle. And pitch will pop away from Miss Webster. Count is 1-0. Fly ball to right field. Caught by Liz Carpenter. 2 gone here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting number 4, Abby Hatley.
And Hadley grounded out to Surrey Waddy in the bottom of the first. So already back around once through the lineup card for East Wilkes. And she drops a bunt. Frapp's got it. Throw.
Yeah.
They're going to call her safe down at first base. And it's a 2-out bunt single for Abby Hatley.
Go ahead, Cal.
And Callie Cook will try to bring her around. Cook struck out her first time up. Upstairs, ball 1, throw back, just to keep Miss Hatley honest. Williams, Schuler, and Waddy will be due up for Robbinsville when we get into the top of the third, by the way. Throw down to second, and there may be some interference. There will be. Waddy was right in the way, and she couldn't get around her, try as she may. So she's at second base on the super rare interference. See that too often. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. Pitch is going to be inside. Well, that makes the count 2-2. I'm not entirely sure where scoreboards went out on us again. A swing and a miss, a big cut. Comes up empty, elbow pad falls off of Miss Cook, and she'll get readjusted. At least we won't have to wait as long as a pitcher had to wait for Nomar Garcia Parra back in the day. He velcroed his whole body after every pitch. Check swing in the dud, ball 3. And that's a pass ball that allows her to go to third. And a little bit of confusion here on the field. Webster fielded the stray ball. And I believe we're going to have a discussion on the third baseline about it.
Did she touch the ball? He thought he got by her.
It is a check swing. And I'm not sure what the issue here is. Webster did go to the backstop, fielded, and throw to first, thinking it was a drop third strike, and it was. That's what we thought here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Just wanted to make sure. And now the head coach, Derek Hill, getting an explanation from the umpires. We'll go to a break, and we'll be back with you for the third inning. Robbinsville trails 2-0 here on GramstarSports.com. It's top of the third, live from East Wilkes High School here in Ronda, North Carolina. Anna Williams introduced as the 9, 1, and 2 holes due up for Robbinsville here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Anna Williams bats .290 on the year, 3 home runs and 18 RBIs. Dangerous threat whether she's at the plate or in the field. On the base path, for sure. Here in the background, our Lady Knights rooting them on. We got our crowd mic out here today. Hope to have it out for you Thursday as well at home. And a bunt shown. Nay. Pulled it back, strike called anyway. 1-1 the count. Chloe Andrews steps out of the circle for a moment. Gathers her bearings on the 1-1 count. Here in the top of the third, as the second trip through the lineup is on tap for Miss Andrews. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Williams trying to get her timing down here. Great crowd on hand here, as always, for softball in North Carolina. And boy, is this a big one to be on hand for. Strike 3 call. Williams is down. And that's how we begin the third inning. Here is Zoe Schuler, who reached on an infield single in her first at bat. No surprise there. Schuler's on base percentage coming into today's game was a hefty .708. And Schuler, no doubt, a spectacular threat. University of Tennessee commit, as we mentioned many times this year. Keep up with her endeavors when she heads over to Knoxville this fall. Holds the Lady Knights record now for home runs, single season home runs, stolen bases, RBIs. Don't think she'll get the average mark. And she swings and misses at that one. Count is 1-1. Low and in the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike. On hand with us tonight, we want to give a special shout out to Zach Colburn with ZWC Sports here in Wilkes County for helping us out with photographs that you'll be able to see in this week's edition of the Graham Star. Zach's a great guy, does a terrific job with photographs in this area. Always happy to go to a state championship and see Zach's smiling face anywhere we go. 3-1, Schuler will walk. That is ball 4. And more importantly, is a base runner for Robbinsville, and they need him right now.
Number 23, Surrey Watt.
Here's Surrey Waddy. And a quick conference inside the circle with first baseman Kylie Lane and Jaden Hutchinson coming in to give some words of encouragement. And ball will be in there as Schuler slides in. No surprise there. Stolen base. Number 43 on the campaign for Zoe Schuler. And that ball in the dirt, 2-0, good stop by Hutchinson. That probably saved Schuler from scooching up to third, no doubt. Robbinsville needs to manufacture runs any way it can right now. And Waddy gets a piece of it, chops it into the infield, throw across, and that will move Miss Schuler to third. 1-3. Excuse me, 5-3, I beg your pardon. And it brings up Sophie Roberts.
Now batting, number 33, Sophie Roberts.
Roberts struck out looking her last time up. And 1 the count. And Roberts fouls it right above our head, but the net caught it. Counts 0-2. Two. Swung on and missed. Roberts is down swinging. And that will strand Schuler at third base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. The Lady Cardinals are hyped up, and for good reason. They lead 2-0 on the Gramstar Sports Network.
Batting, number 9, Chloe Andrews.
Chloe Andrews will lead off for the Lady Cardinals as we're back live for the bottom of the third inning here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Andrews, Jaden Hutchinson, and Kylie Lane, the 3-4-5 holes due up. And first pitch will be driven to center field. Anna Williams floats over to her left and makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that brings up Hutchinson.
Now batting, number 12, Jaden Hutchinson.
Ross's fan base up here at East Wilkes, you can hear. Counts 1-0. Coming, and she gets a piece of it. Taylor will field it in the dirt and sling it over to Surrey Waddy for the 3-4 putout. 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. And the batter is Kylie Lane. And that ball is going to be in the dirt and gets away from Webster. 1-0 the count. Rapp with just 1 strikeout today. He wants to get that up a little bit more, I'm sure. And that pitch is outside. Count is 2-0. Fly ball is blistered to left center field, and it will be off the fence. Sydney Adams will field it on the warning track, and it's a 2-out stand-up double for third baseman Kylie Lane here in the bottom of the third. That ball had some bounce to it. The way it bounced off the bat, I actually thought it might be out of here, but ballpark held it. We don't have any dimensions on this field here. But it's a good size. Well, probably about comparable to Robbinsville's if I had to eyeball it. And there's one to center field. Anna Williams has got a bead on it, though. And that will erase East Wilkes' quick threat here in the bottom of the third. We'll go to the fourth. It is 2-0 in favor of the host. Top of the fourth as we're back with you live from Ronda, North Carolina here on GramstarSports.com.
Now batting, number 3.
Rapp will lead off. So it's the 4, 5, 6 spots due up for Robbinsville to begin the fourth inning. Rapp lined out to shortstop Abby Hatley to erase her in the first inning. That's all the action she has seen thus far. will be Frapp, Kaler, and Taylor due up for Robbinsville. Enjoying our broadcast. We are the only authorized live stream of this ball game. And as a pop-up to the second baseman that time, Miss Kaylee Cook makes the play, 1 out. There's another stream out there. It is not authorized by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. It is extremely illegal, and if it's not through GramstarSports.com, it is a
Now batting,
scam
number 10, Presley Kaler.
and needs to be reported immediately. Hopefully you guys have not fell for any tricks today. Sometimes those links will pop up on our Facebook, and we can't get them off quick enough. Just happened last week with our URI games, as a matter of fact. 1-0 count on Presley Kaler, who flew out to left field in her only plate appearance that ended the top of the first. Check swing. She went around, says the home plate umpire, and it's 1-1. Outside. 2-1 the count. Naomi Taylor patiently awaits in the on deck circle. Inside. 2-2 the count.
Could have won it in the first overtime. Their best player had a header.
1 out here in the top of the fourth. And she got a piece of that. Count holds. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and Kaler chased an off-speed pitch, couldn't lay off of it. And that'll be out number 2. 5th strikeout today for
Now
Chloe
batting,
Andrews.
number 99, Doug Taylor.
Taylor struck out in her only plate appearance so far, which led off the top of the second. And that pitch will be in there. 0-1 the count. Grayley Webster would come up next if the inning continues. And pitch misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3 call froze Taylor in her tracks. That's the 6th strikeout of the day. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, fans. 2-0 on the Gramstar Sports Network. Bottom of the fourth, fans. Welcome back to Ronda, North Carolina, here on the Gramstar Sports Network. And leading off for East Wilkes is going to be Kylie Price, as the 7-8-9 holes will step up to the plate. Due up for Miss Memory Frapp in this inning. First pitch hits the plate and bounces awry. Count is 1-0. that pitch will pop the mid and catch the strike zone. More importantly, count is 1-1. Robbinsville's got to generate some offense. Hasn't really had a threat since the first inning. 2 runners were stranded. The ball hit a country mile into the wood lines, and it goes foul. They have a sponsor for the foul ball here, folks. That's smart marketing. Maybe we should look into that for next year. 1-2. It's upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looking forward to continuing our venture next season, beginning in August. It'll be here before we know it. Volleyball and football will carry us through the fall season, basketball through the winter, and we'll be back here for baseball and softball in the spring. That pitch misses. All on the outside part of the plate, 2-2 the count. Very glad to be able to come up here and bring this one to you live on GramstarSports.com. And fly ball hit to left field. It will drop in front of Sydney Adams, and then she bobbles the fielding attempt, so it'll be a single and an error to move the leadoff runner, Miss Price, up to second base.
Number 25, Lady Cardinals.
So that will have a runner in scoring position to begin things for East Wilkes here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch misses, 1-0. The batter is DP Jaylee Bird. Bird flew out to begin the bottom of the 2nd inning. And a bunt goes foul. Makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. And bounces away as Miss Berg got a piece of it. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. And she got into that one, popped up foul, and hits the landscape timber and rolls into the woods. 1-2 the count. One, 2 offering on the way. And that'll be popped up in foul territory. Maybe playable, though. And nobody called for it, so nobody caught it. Zoe Schuler and Sydney Adams both had a good beat on it, but no one wanted to claim responsibility, and it dropped. Count still 1-2. Inning continues. Nobody out. And Miss Price at second base. Ball bounces away from Webster, and she will move to third. That's the 3rd pass ball of the day. Two. And another fly ball as Miss Bird just continues to battle with memory trap.
Foul ball.
And as we ground it right into right field on a rocket. 3-0, Lady Cardinals. And looks like head coach Billy Knight's going to go out and talk things over with Memory Frapp and company. Batter due up, by the way, is going to be Graceland Witt, the left fielder, once we get things rolling along. Roseville struggling here in this ballgame.
Graceland Witt.
I don't know if I can get it up there. I'll be throwing footballs back then.
So we do have a courtesy runner at first base. It's Elena White, number 11. That is pinch running, excuse me, for Miss Bird.
In the run for the Lady Cardinals, number 1, Peyton.
I stand corrected. It's Peyton Spicer running for the DP. That's what I was thinking. I was like, don't think that's allowed, but okie doke. And pitch is going to get by Webster, and she'll eat it. Spicer moves up to second base. Four pass balls today on Draley Webster, and the shakiness can kind of be felt right now, quite frankly, fans. And you don't like to see that for sure.
After all the undisciplined play he saw as a field. So 2-0 the count is Graceland Witt.
Count is 2-0 on Witt. Here's the pitch. Bunted right in front of her, and Webster fielded it foul. So it'll make it 2-1.
There would have been no play at third or first. Yeah. Got Peyton Spicer right there on second. He's picked up good.
Grounded. Schuler's got it. She'll watch Spicer back to the bag and throw to first for the 6-3 putout. That is the first out of this inning.
Number 4, Abby Hadley.
Already back to the top of the lineup card. Abby Hatley is stepping into the batter's box. So far today, she has reached on an infield single, a bunt actually, and grounded out in her first at bat. And time called as Miss Hatley will step out to gather her bearings. They get back here. Spicer at second, 1 out. And if you're East Wilkes, you want to build all the offensive advantage you can. And that ball will drop low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Steve places the ball well. Covered on money to first.
And that ball will miss. 3-0. And ball 4, she will take off for first. 2 on with 1 out. And it brings up Kaylee Cook. Billy Knight is going to come out, and that'll be the end of the afternoon for Memory Frapp. We'll step aside while Miss Naomi Taylor gets her warm-up tosses in here on GramstarSports.com. All right, pitching change has brought Naomi Taylor to the circle in relief. She got the save on Friday at Uwharrie Charter Academy. And the first pitch is going to be bunted, fielded by Kaler. And they've got her at first, but that will be a sacrifice Two in scoring position now for East Wilkes, and the batter is pitcher Chloe Anderson.
Number 9, Chloe Andrews.
Andrews, excuse me. Naomi Taylor, 8-1 on the season, a 2.60 earned run average. And she's got 44 strikeouts, and the first pitch was fouled off of her foot. Yowie. And the count is 0-1. Appreciate and thank the East Wilkes staff for allowing us to set up shop here behind home plate. We're in the shade. Got electrical power ran out here for us already. So that was good to see. Throw back. And they got her over at third base. Riley Webster has got that pickoff down pat this year. And the inning will end in fuego. We'll go to the fifth. It's 3-0 East Wilkes here on the Gramstar Sports Network.
0.
Hey fans, real quick, if you visit our new photo hub that we just launched earlier this year, it is geosnapshot.com/Gramstar Sports. Photos are just $2.49 each, and you can peruse by sport and find a photo of your favorite athlete from Robbinsville. And hey, we shoot so many games that there's a good chance you might catch your athlete even if they're not from Robbinsville. That's geosnapshot.com/Gramstar Sports. And it's available today. If we're at a game and we've got photos, we'll post them there, unless we're in today's instance where we got our friend Zach Coleman taking care of us.
21, Jeremy Webster.
Won't be posting those. But we'll be at the home game on Thursday, so by all means, you'll be able to check those out. Usually about a week behind getting them uploaded. Top of the fifth, Riley Webster leads off for Robbinsville here at East Wilkes High School. It is 3-0 Lady Cardinals on the Gramstar Sports Network. And Webster fouls the first one off. She flew out to left field in her only plate appearance thus far. That came in the second inning. And Webster fires it to center field, playable, calling everyone off and making the catch is going to be Zoe Cheek. And that's the first out of the inning. Brings up Sydney Adams.
Now batting number 9, Sydney Adams.
Chloe, I want to see how loud her grunt is to see if she is going to the level of Monica Seles.
So Sydney Adams is back in the game. Claire Barlow had came out to run defense during the pitching change, but now Sydney Adams back out there to take her hacks, so to speak. She has flew out today. That's all she's done. Andrews is looking strong in game number 1. And a bunt. It goes foul. Counts 0-1. I'm sure tomorrow's practice will be full of strategizing on how to tame Miss Andrews on Thursday and shore up on defense, no doubt. Long time when you're 26 games into the season. A lot of games under your belt in a span of, 2.5 months. Fouled back. Catch off the net by Hutchison, just showing her wares off. 0-2 the count. Anna Williams on deck. Oh, 2. And she'll get a piece of it, ground it. And the throw to first will be in. Not in time. Had a little bit of trouble with the transfer. And Sydney Adams will reach on the E4. Well, they've got a base runner. Adams has some speed. And Anna Williams steps up to the plate. Still only a 3-0 ball game, by the way. So a lot can change here in the later innings. Lots have came on there in the last inning here at East Wilkes. Williams bunts it foul. Count is 0-1. And that one fouled off as well. That time she swung at it. Hit the very top of the net. Counts 0-2. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Andrews having to get her mask adjusted. I think she's good to go now. See our season-long sponsors in the bottom left corner of your screen. We started out with Cherokee Realty, and now we're on to our other one, Blevins Electric and Blevins Insurance Agency. Swing and a miss, and a step throw back. She's back in time, though. 2 outs. Zoe Schuler lurks in the wings, however. And time called. It looks like head coach Derek Hill's going to come out and chat things over, maybe some strategy inside the circle with his infield. If you're interested in being one of our year-long sponsors, or we also have weekly and monthly packages available, contact us at the Graham Star. We'll be revving up and hoping to bring you guys on board. We'll promote your business all year long here at GrahamStarSports.com. You'll be seen by thousands upon thousands of potential customers.
Now batting number 2, Zoe Schuler.
So Schuler steps in with Adams at first.
30 runs, 7 doubles, 7 triples.
And Schuler swings and misses, chases one down and away. Counts 0-1. And a big cut, swing and a miss. Counts 0-2 on Zoe Schuler. Big moment in this ball game right here, fans. This could be a difference maker. This could get us some momentum picked up for Robbinsville, or shift it all into East Wilkes corner. 0-2. She laid off, and smartly so. It's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Schuler got under it. Shallow center field play made. It's a pop-up to Ms. Cook. One stranded. Robbinsville cannot break through. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Robbinsville trails 3-0. You're watching the Graham Star Sports Network. Hey guys, welcome back to Ronda, North Carolina. Kevin Hensley with you on the Graham Star Sports Network. Is 3-0 advantage. The home team, the East Wilkes Lady Cardinals, in total control of this one so far. And Robbinsville just missed a golden opportunity to maybe break through in the top part of this inning. But there's still a lot of ball game to be played. Still 6 outs to go. And, of course, this is the Western Regional Finals, so it's a series. It's best 2 out of 3. So a loss today would put Robbinsville in a deficit, so to speak. But they'll be able to even the odds on Thursday at Judy Nichols Memorial Field. Hopefully we'll see a lot of you fans there. And if you're unable to make it, we'll have the game. We're streaming it. No doubt about that. Naomi Taylor back out for the 5th inning. Chloe Andrews in the batter's box, 1-1 the count. And that one is going to be chopped hard and fouled on the left field line. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Barlow back out in left field. Barlow not too shabby yesterday at the state track meet herself. Placed 2nd in the triple jump, 5th in the long jump. Grounded to Kaler, throw across. It'll be in time. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 5th. Hutchinson, the batter.
Number 12, Jaden Hutchinson.
Just saw the back girl for East Wilkes run out to the plate. And how about our back girls back at home watching and listening? Shout out to Mavis and Woodley. Hope you girls are enjoying it. And you better be there Thursday. We need to bring you guys on camera, actually, for a moment Thursday. A couple of our aspiring softball stars in Graham County. Fly ball shot hard down the right field line. It is over the fence. Boy, that ball just dropped. And it's a home run for Jaden Hutchinson here in the bottom of the fifth. Oh, my. And a mob scene right in front of us at the plate. What a shot. Opposite field slice for Jaden Hutchinson makes it 4-0 on the Graham Star Sports Network.
Now batting number 14, Kylie Lane.
And here's Kylie Lane.
Great run shot. And I'll never have that happen to me again in my life.
Well, for all our listeners out there, he did pull the Babe Ruth move right there. We'll have to start calling him Babe on here.
That's all expected.
And that pitch will be in the dirt, but it's called a strike. 0-1 to count. I guess Webster must have nabbed at it and dropped it. My apologies. One gone here in the bottom of the fifth, and Jaden Hutchinson has just injected even more enthusiasm into this East Wilkes dugout. If that's possible, pitch will catch the zone. 0-2 the count. That ball carried, and we thought Carpenter might be able to take a nab at it. There's fans all around the perimeter out there, but it dropped right over the fence and just to the left of the foul pole. And that one is going to be grounded right around the Robbinsville spectator area. The legendary Willie Wayne Adams is scooping it up for return to play. Big conference on the third baseline with Derek Hill and Miss Lane. East Wilkes will have to make the trek out. It's only about 3 hours, 45 minutes or so, and I say only. That's a short road trip, it seems like, in the playoffs anymore in North Carolina. They have these quote-unquote Western schools so spaced out in the postseason. 1-2 the count with one out. You can't catch a recap in this week's edition of the Graham Star. We'll be putting some final touches, I should say, on it later tonight. Strikeout dropped, and they'll make sure of it over at first base, so Taylor gets out number 2.
Now batting
Sub
number 10,
Zoe
Zoe
Cheek.
Brute.
And that pitch will miss low and away. Ball 1. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, fans. Once the season ends, we'll be making all of our broadcasts public for you to watch forever and ever. Amen. Little dribbler hit into the infield. It's a race to the bag. And Frapp won it.
At the end of the 5th inning, Lady Cardinals 4,
Well,
Black Knights
Hutchinson's
0.
opposite field home run will send East Wilkes into the 6th inning with a 4-0 lead over the Robbinsville Lady Knights. And you're watching the Graham Star Sports Network. Top of the 6th as we're back live from East Wilkes High School. Kevin Hensley with you here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Surrey Waddy, Sophie Roberts, and Memory Frapp due up for Robbinsville through 3-4 holes. Due up in this inning. Robbinsville hoping to generate some offense. They need anything they can get right now. In the first, in a 2 of 3 series, Western Regional Finals, a slot in the state championship series up for grabs. 0-1 count on Surrey Waddy. And Waddy fouls it off to our right. And off a storage building.
Another Peanut Fun Center. Foul ball. Just mulch it.
Just mulch it, apparently. 0-2 the count on Miss Waddy. Grounded. And a flip to first will be in plenty of time. 1 out. And we'll bring up Sophie Roberts, who's due to have a hit today. She's been held
Now
0
batting number
for, which
33,
is
Sophie Roberts.
extremely uncommon for her, quite frankly. Coming off a big home run at Uwharrie Charter on Friday. Another game we have for you right here on the Gramstar Sports Network, I might add. And first pitch is driven into the outfield, and it will drop. Gets right past the left fielder. Roberts is trying to turn it into a double. It's going to be a close play, but she'll get there standing up. 1 out double for Sophie Roberts. And there's some energy out of the dugout. Good to see that. I'm sure we'll have
Now
a
batting
courtesy
number
runner
3, Memory
for the catcher. We will. Or excuse me, the designated player. Roberts is normally our catcher when Webster's not catching. My apologies. It is going to be Liz Carpenter running as expected with her being the flex.
In the row to the Black Knights.
So Carpenter is second. Memory Frapp at the plate, and Robbinsville is trying to get something cooking here in the top of the 6th. And it's good to see that. And the first pitch she sees is popped up foul, and it disappears. Counts 0-1.
Just mulch.
Robbinsville was over here talking to me before the game. He said they've got a creek running right by their field, and he said we lose a lot of foul balls to the creek.
And she got under that one, popped up a country mile high. Catch will be made by Kylie Lane. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
Robbinsville is on second, a couple of times on second and third.
Now batting number 10, Berkeley Case.
So Robbinsville hoping to not squander yet another scoring opportunity. Carpenter is second. Presley Kaler coming up to the plate. And first pitch she sees is going to be sliced foul and way out of play. Counts 0-1. Kaler waits patiently. Here's the offer from Andrews, and it'll be sliced. Oh, man, a foul ball. I mean, right on the line. Head coach Billy Knight agrees. It was close. Umpire right there. I mean, it was probably 2 inches off the foul line to the left, or that would have been the first run of the ball game for these Lady Knights. 0-2 is the count. Holly Andrews gets her orders. Liz Carpenter is second. Here's the pitch. And Kaler slices it foul. Billy Knight made a nice play. Tried to anyway. It was about a need 5 on the coach. It's foul as well here on Gramstar Sports. In the background, you see that brick structure beyond the half-finished cinder block structure. That is East Wilkes High School. Taylor grounds it. That may be the end of the inning. It's a foot race. And Lane beats her to the bag. One stranded again for the Robbinsville Lady Knights. It's a 4-0 ball game. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-0 on the Gramstar Sports Network. Kylie Price introduced as we come back to you on the Gramstar Sports Network from Ronda, North Carolina. Kevin Hensley with you representing the Graham Star and the Graham Star Sports Network. The Graham Star has been your hometown newspaper for Graham County, North Carolina since 1955. And next month, we will turn 69 years young. That's our core product, of course. Weekly edition will be out on the streets tomorrow afternoon, thanks to our handy-dandy, super efficient delivery driver, or circulation manager is what we technically call her. That's Miss Kelsey Crejon, the pride of Bear Creek. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And what a breaking ball. Boy, she took something off of that, and I don't think anyone in the ballpark is ready for that, Miss Lane included. Miss Price, excuse me. There's a Kylie Lane and a Kylie Price on this roster, and it's Price at the plate. I thought they introduced Lane, my mistake. Chop to Waddy. Throw will be in time, and that's out number one.
Now batting, number 25, Jaylee Bird.
Now here's the DP, Jaylee Bird. So glad all of you are with us. And again, our streams only authorize one, but we also give a portion of the proceeds from every single sale back to the sport you buy a ticket to watch. So tonight, all sales, the Robbinsville Lady Night softball program will see a cut of this when we crunch all the numbers at the end of the season. It's been our privilege and honor, and it's the least we could do to support athletics. We bring these games to you live, and we're able to simultaneously help out our beloved Black Knights athletic program. One and one the count with one out. And Jaylee Bird at the plate. Graceland Witt is in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss. Counts 1-2. Naomi Taylor back out for her third inning of work. Came in relief for Memory Frapp, who started the game. She's over at first now. And that ball will be grounded foul. Presley Kaler with a nice backhand. Count still 1-2. And that is shot into right field. And almost got her over at the bag. Liz Carpenter has tried to perfect that 9-3 putout since the first round of the playoffs, where she actually recorded one.
Number 5, Graceland Witt.
Hey, it keeps the runners honest, right? Here's Graceland Witt. And that will be grounded to Kaler. She'll toss it across. High throw. Frapp comes down with it. 2 outs. Runner advances to second base.
Now batting, number 4, Abby Hatley.
And back to the top of the lineup card, it's Abby Hatley set to come up to bat. Boy, Abby Hatley, the jack of all trades, scooping up the foul balls for the umpire. How about that? That was super nice of her. 0-1 the count. And that ball will get away from Webster. That was just a wide pitch from the word go. And how about that slide in the third by Jaylee Bird? Boy, that a wild pitch. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. Should get a glove on that. 1-2 as Hatley battling with Naomi Taylor here in the bottom of the 6th. East Wilkes leading 4-0 here in the first game of the Western Regional Finals. 5 p.m. first pitch on Thursday. We hope you'll join us from Robbinsville if you're unable to make it. I'm sure the field will be packed to capacity. Taylor will sling it to Miss Frapp. That's going to do it for the 6th. One stranded. The Cardinals need just 3 outs, and Robbinsville's got just 3 outs. We're hoping that will change here very soon, and a lot of softball still to come. Top of the 7th up next, fans. It is 4-0 on GramstarSports.com. All right, fans, welcome back. It's the top of the 7th on GramstarSports.com.
Number 33, Sophie Roberts.
And leading off is going to be Naomi Taylor, even though Sophie Roberts was introduced.
Naomi Taylor.
It's going to be Taylor, Webster, and Sydney Adams you up for Robbinsville here in the top of the 7th inning. Andrews back out to finish it. First pitch hit a mile high, playable. Catch made by Kylie Lane. Boy, she's made some great catches and pop-ups over in her area of the woods today, so to speak. 1 out.
Number 21, Brady Webster.
Webster up. She's made contact today. And it looks like that's Ella Atwell that's grabbed a bat and is in the on-deck circle, so Adams really pinch hit for her in the next at bat. We'll get the stream set up for purchase either tomorrow evening or Thursday morning, in case you're wondering, for our live stream video broadcast of Robbinsville and East Wilkes numero dos on Thursday. And that pitch will be low, but catches the plate. 0-2 the count. That one right at the knees. And Miss Andrews got the call. And got under it again. This one's going to be popped up over the shortstop, and it will be fielded by Miss Hatley. 2 outs. And Atwell will be pinch hitting for Sydney Adams here in the top of the 7th inning.
In the bat for the Black Knights, number 5, Ella Atwell.
So Atwell introduced with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. She'll walk up to the plate with a .382 average on the season, 5 doubles, and 9 RBIs.
That's tough coming in here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Hold off the bench.
First pitch is a strike. Atwell's taking it, wants to see what she's got to work with. Counts 0-1, and time called as Hutchinson jogs out to the plate to discuss things quickly with Chloe Andrews. Anna Williams, Peyton Odom's in the on-deck circle, so they're going to sub in for Williams here if they need to as well, should the inning continue. And big swing and a miss. Blew it by her. And the count is 0-2. I'm sure there'll be an ovation if things play out, but hopefully Ella Atwell and the Robbinsville Lady Knights can silence everyone in attendance. Let's see what we got here on 0-2. And Atwell gets a piece of it. Still alive. Count still 0-2. Well, hey, there's one mantra about this, fans, or one narrative if you'll have it. It's two public schools duking it out. There's no private schools in the mix. Thank goodness for that. 0-2. Lays off. And a good eye by Ella Atwell, another one of these talented freshmen. And that'll make it a ball and 2 strikes. Good at bat. Almost a veteran at bat here, really, in the top of the 7th. And strike 3 is called. Atwell will go down swinging here in the top of the 7th, and that is going to do it. The East Wilkes Lady Cardinals have picked up the W here in Game 1 of the Western Regional Finals Series in Ronda. Final score 4-0, as the Lady Knights will take the time to try and strategize between now and Thursday on how to even the series at home. A home run for Jaden Hutchinson, a Rutgers commit, by the way, and some small ball errors along the way that East Wilkes more than cashed in on. And fans, that's the way the cookie crumbled this afternoon. We're so thankful you've joined us, though. 4 hours or so away from home. It's our privilege always to come with you with Robbinsville Athletics. Until Thursday at 5 p.m., Kevin Hensley on behalf of GramstarSports.com wishing all of you a great rest of your evening. Again, the final score, East Wilkes 4 and Robbinsville 0. Time of the game, a slim and trim 1 hour and 47 minutes. Three. It's in. She is on fire right now on the Gramstar Sports Network.